Now, I'm not saying that it is a Ford Probe on top of a TUZ 166 chassis, but I'm pretty sure it is a Ford Probe on top of a TUZ 166 chassis. Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and this is the latest project from the very weird workshop of Max Mike. Now, we're going to go ahead and take this thing into the garage, run it through its customization options, see what it can do, and I really hope that it's more than, like, you know, just a different body put on top of a TUZ 166 frame, because if it is more than that, it could be really, really cool, but if it isn't, I don't know. Now, this is my very first time ever driving it, though, so we'll see what it's all about. Let's go and fire it up. Now, he did say that the interior view does work, but it's not really worth going into, so we're not really going to go in there. He said there's not much interior view there. So let's go ahead and go straight into the customization. Now, let's see. The 5.8, 6.2, and 6.2T. So not all that many options, let's be clear. However, I'm going to go ahead and go the 6.2T, and, oh god, Crawler Box Scout Gen 2 Custom Off-Road Performance Transmission. I don't know what that's going to do, but we'll see. We've got Stock, Raised HD, Raised, and Tuned Custom. Now, the Tuned Custom, I believe, is the yeah, it's the highest. Well, yeah, it's the highest. I was going back and forth between this and Raised HD, but I guess Raised HD would be a little bit more for towing, but I can't believe I'm actually using the word towing in relation to this. This is just like... It's just, like, not something I would ever think I would use the word towing in relation to. Hey! Dude, it's got Quasi's tires. That's awesome. That's so sick. You can do the wide 39-inch mud tires on it. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see. If you did want to go into, like, the winter tires and the chain tires, you could, and you could go for studded tires all the way up to a 39-inch, but they're the same tires. That's why I originally didn't really show them. Now, let's go ahead and do the Autonomous Scout Plus winch. And you can do, you can do a spare wheel on the roof. I'm not really going to bother with that because it looks a little weird. But let's also do a tall front-facing snorkel because why not? And the roof rack, I don't think what in the heck? Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god, I need this. I need this. This is hilarious. Yo, you can do, like, massive fenders. The problem with that is that it gets rid of the exhaust. So I'm not really going to do that, but I am going to put the gigantic side steps on it. So this is actually a lot more than just a TUZ 166. At least I feel like it is. You know, some people may be like, oh, it's nothing more than just a TUZ 166. I feel like it is, though. I feel like it's more. Let's see. Police Pursuit. We'll do the toe loops bumper. And rooftop. Oh, my God. You could make it, actually... You could sort of, with that single rotating light up top, you could sort of make it a patrol car, which would be absolutely freaking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious in every possible way. But if you wanted to go a different route, you could do the round parking lights, which I don't know. I think I'm going to put the round beacon on the top, just to do it, just to have it there. Now, there is a variety of front bumpers that you can use. That is actually way too fitting for the front end of this car. That's way too fitting. I think I'm going to put the... toe loops bumper on the front because the winch is actually in the right place, and it sort of does... Well, actually, it looks better with nothing on the front. It kind of actually has, you know, the right look on the front end. It's kind of, you know, it's more recognizable that way. Now, since there really isn't much of an interior, there really isn't much interior customization, and there also, at the present moment in time, is no adjustable color options. So, for now, we're going to have it on this color, but Max Mike did say that in the future he may do other colors. Now, the fact that we have a Ford Probe mud truck is just... It's too weird. Like, it's weird in, like, the best way, but, oh, by the way, that gearbox, basically what it is a fine-tune. It's just a fine-tune with a different name. So, okay, yeah, you could do scout trailers with it, so you could actually functionally use it in campaign if you wanted to. And the cool thing about it is that since it's unbranded, I could see this coming to consoles. Now, some people may be like, well, why do we want that? We want, you know, this pickup truck or that pickup truck or this heavy-duty truck or that heavy-duty truck. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm sure we'll get those, but at the end of the day, we've got to have some weird, like, off-the-wall stuff like this, too. And that just kind of, it breaks up the flow, you know? I mean, Max Mike's, one of his biggest projects was that Warthog, right? And that thing was so freaking cool. And I think that with this, the cool thing about it is that he goes to, like, a different end of the extreme every time he releases a new vehicle. This is nothing like that Warthog was. Nothing like it at all. But the cool thing about that is the fact that it doesn't need to be. Like, it's still so incredibly cool, and it doesn't need to be a follow-up to the Warthog to be a really cool rig. And I think a lot of people were maybe expecting him to do, like, more, you know, fantasy video game rigs, whereas this is just, like, so out of left field and so weird, but my god, is it so cool. Can you not make it up there? Really? A lot of vehicles I've had out here have been able to make it up this before. I mean, I could just, like, yeet through it in high, and I suppose that would work. Come on. Wheel speed. Rock bounce it. It's not gonna work. Rock bouncing ain't gonna work in that scenario. Plus, I don't know if it's the vehicle's weight or these tires in particular, but it doesn't seem to care for rocks very much. Now, I know that a lot of these standard vehicles, and this is based on a TUZ 166, so that may have something to do with it, but there have been other vehicles that I've driven with these same tires that felt like they had better rock traction, so I wonder if maybe he changed something in either the tire code or maybe the weight of the vehicle is affecting that. I suppose any number of those things could be affecting it, but still, I mean, hilariously fun vehicle. But I don't know why we're climbing around on rocks, because really the purpose of this thing, I almost said the porpoise of this thing, but the purpose of this thing is to be kind of a mud truck, and we haven't even taken it to the mud yet, and that's kind of silly, because at the end of the day, hey, there's the ultimate rescue rig, IX quad steer. You want to yeet some stuff into oblivion, this is the truck you bring. Come on, we'll fix you later, we'll repair you later, we just need to get you out of there. There you go. Come on, go down on your wheels. Down on your wheels, come on. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, the twin steer may be, like, immovably stuck now, but it's alright. It rescued the monster probe. It's good. Oh my god. This thing is so freaking hilarious. And that, like, that side stack is, like, the silliest looking thing in the world. But the fact that it's there is just so freaking cool. And it makes it. It absolutely makes it. Like, I just want to take a second to look at this thing. And the funny thing is, now we're going to be looking at that twin steer in the background, and I won't be able to forget about that twin steer in the background. But I just, like, should it exist? I mean, that's up to you to decide. Like, some people are going to say yes, and some people are going to say no. But I think the coolest part about it is the fact that, like, does it exist? Yeah. Heck yeah, it does. And it does it need to? That's up to your opinion. But am I happy it does? Absolutely. Absolutely. I really want to try it out at truck night. Although it does concern me a little bit that it's starting to sink already in the first mud area. That does moderately concern me. And I think, again, that might be some of that TUZ 166 underneath coming out a little bit, but then again, it might be the altered weight of the vehicle, it might be the tire coating. I'm not 100% sure on that, but the cool thing about it, again, is that this hilarious little vehicle could at some point make its way to consoles, which is, like, it just adds to the list of hilarious little things to play around with. And what I think is so funny is how well this body fits on top of the TUZ 166 frame. It's like it fits almost too well, if you know what I'm saying. It fits almost way too well, and I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I really don't. I'm kind of, like, back and forth with it. Now, because of its performance in that particular mud hole, the second one, I'm not going to run it through the pond, because I think the pond would just completely devour it, but we will run the dips obstacle, and then we're going to throw the high-speed gearbox in it, and we're going to go down the bridge jump, and we're going to see what actually happens when you send this thing off the bridge jump. It seems a little nose heavy. I mean, that could be just solely based on my initial experiences with it, but again, it seems just a bit nose heavy, so hopefully it'll still go okay. Now, through here, I mean, it's doing great. With these giant tires and, you know, a fairly short wheelbase, not even a problem at all. High centering is not even in its wheelhouse of things it would worry about. Now, the weird thing, though, is that it does kind of like to bury the front end into the ground, and I don't know if that's just a issue with the, again, the nose heaviness, or if that's the front end just being caught in the ground itself just because of the dips obstacle. We'll definitely find out when we get into the bridge jump. Like, if we take it off the bridge jump and it just nosedives like mad, we'll definitely know then. Alright, so, oh god, okay, there we go, highway. I was like, there's a lot of weird options here, and I don't know what they mean. Alright, whoa! Dude, now with the highway gearbox, even when it picks up in first gear, it gets up and goes. Now, I do feel like it would get damaged, though, by the cones and the barriers, because most of the standard vehicles will, and I know that the last vehicle I brought through here, that giant thing, what was it called, the Burley, I think? It just rolls over everything. I mean, and there was also the Glitchworks 5600 TS, which that thing actually did surprisingly well, blowing right through those barriers and not getting damaged. So that thing really impressed me. Now, let's see what you've got off the jump. Okay. Oh boy. All right. Let's see if you can actually go towards the jump first off. Will you go forward? Thank you. I didn't realize getting this thing to go straight was going to be such a pain. Come on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to have to go back all the way to the top because it was zigzagging like crazy down the road. I almost said down the track, but it's not really a track, so that doesn't really make sense or add up. Now, does it? I love how it's like just stuck to the wall and the tires are so wide that I can't turn the other way to scrub myself off the wall. So the only way I can turn is into the wall. Again, just one of those oddly frustrating things that I didn't think would be an issue with this thing, but it is. Let's see. Oh, I get why he said don't use the interior view. Sorry, Mike, I'm gonna have to use it to get down the road without hitting the wall. Come on. Oh, there's sixth gear. Get it! What the heck? Bro, this was nose heavy everywhere else, and then going off the bridge jump, it was like the most flat I've ever seen anything do it. So that's a surprise. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.